the live stage, finding the live stage there. When we create a new chosen live stage, copying from another stage. That shouldn't break it. Just copies it. This live stage library, fill live stage options. Oh yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about those because that's just creating to start with. That is a default instance of chosen live stage, but that's inside the protocol buffers, so that won't make any difference. So realistically, the only time in which this is going to happen is right. Can't change this, can I? No. Okay, so in find live stage live stage hash. So this is in game loader. So if we were to print out, so let's quit this for a minute because we can easily reproduce it. In, where were we? Game loader, line 342. Right, if we just print out, as in loading live stage, and it is the stage live stage hash. Let's just print that. Yes. Let's just make sure I haven't broken it. Something stupid. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Let's just load that. Hello, if you're new to the stream, do let us know how you found out about the stream. It'd be great to know. And also where you are from in the world. That would be awesome. The other thing I'm going to do while that's building is just update my messages, because I added that anyway. Done that, working on fixing double save load bugs. Cool. It's just loading. Has anyone got any questions? This is a good time to ask them while the game's building. It looks like I'm also building. The Jenkins build is also running. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. So that's going to be a bit slow. Unfortunately, the Jenkins build runs on my laptop as well. So it's not great to be building at the same time. I'm thinking of releasing a reasonably up-to-date build to Feedback Friday, which might be quite fun on Reddit Game Dev. I've never done that before. I've been selling alpha access for a couple of years, but and obviously the earlier you bought that, the cheaper and more value you got from it. But as a one-off build as opposed to a continual stream of new builds, it would probably be quite valuable for me just to get one out there for free, just to get people's feedback. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really useful to know, just what people think. So do you think that would be a good thing? Do you think you'd play it? Would you give me feedback if I put it out there on Feedback Friday? Do you play games on Feedback Friday generally? Do you know about Feedback Friday? Do you know what it is? If any of those things are true, please let me know in the comments. That would be really cool. Might as well have a little discussion about that while we wait for the build. Yeah, I know the feeling about Reddit. I did actually make an account recently for like the first time, and promptly fell foul of all the rules. I guess that's just the way it goes. I'm not always very good. Well, I'm trying not to spam it. I mean, I'm trying to follow the rules, but I'm not always very good at it. Oh, I should say also that I have a Reddit. Now, if you're a Reddit fan, I have a subreddit. For what it's worth, I've only created it yesterday, so it's very new. But if you want to join that, just go to there. It's not that exciting yet. And I have to be a bit careful because apparently if I post more than 10% of the stuff I post to Reddit is my own domain, then I'll get banned. Which I don't really want to happen. Okay, we're almost finished the build. Okay, so this time we should have some debug printouts. So when we load that game and quit it again, okay, so we've now got some decent live stages coming in. This is all the tests. So that obviously worked. Now the question is, do we ever load a nil live stage? Let's choose Joe Stedman again. Joe Stedman, that's the name of a guy who does ASL stuff on YouTube. Advanced Squad Leader, that is. Okay, so where are the live stages? Are there ever any nil ones? The answer is no. Right, so it's not. Right, so the null live stage is definitely not coming from there. Let's just confirm that by getting that call stat back up again. Hey, I've got 14 people. I think that is close to my record. I'm not exactly a huge Twitch user. I'm getting a bit more into it. I'm enjoying live streaming now because I think I've got settings that work for everybody. So that's cool. Right, there's the problem. The issue is when we try and save, we print the stage. That's just a print, so dereference the stage. Yeah, so reference to nothing. So the question is, when did that happen? Oh, at some point that has been set to 0. But I can't find anywhere in the code that's possible. Yeah, I guess what I could do. Setting the stage to chosen life stage. life stage. Let's just print that out to see what happens. Oops, there we go. Let's see if that causes any problems. I don't think it's possible to set it to 0 because it's a reference. That's the really weird thing. Dereferencing a null pointer will just give a null pointer. That's just life stages. How is it possible to have a nil reference for someone? If there's no current life stage, we actually delete it. Stage left is this, yeah, that's right. Oh, what happened? Oh, build failure. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Let's see. Check your save file. Yeah. The thing is it loaded correctly. I'm not sure that's really the reason. Because I printed out, when I printed that out, it was coming from the save file. I could see all of the life stages were there. Except, actually, we may not have actually found it. So it might just be settings. Unfortunately, checking the save file is quite hard to do. I'd have to figure out how to print it. I have got some code there to do it, but I don't have a little utility just to dump a text version of it out, unfortunately. That would be useful. I'm printing it in one of the views. I need to remember where that is. So where is that coming from? That's coming from the planner code. So if I go into my tools, where's the planner code? Shield ship editor planner. Yeah, and that just serializes. It just prints it before it serializes it. I need to load the entire thing in and then print it out again. I don't really want to do that. I probably could write a little Ruby script to do it quite easily. I should probably do that. Oh yeah, that's fine. Right. Okay, save and quit. Boom. There's the failure. Now, let's have a look at these. Right, anything weird? Oh, there's one. There's the second one. Was that the same one? Yeah, 249995527 is bogus, and there's another one there, same one. It's basically a live stage that isn't available for some reason. Any more? No, just those two. Okay, that's cool, that's helpful. So that means when we loaded it, we loaded bogus data, which is what we expected. And obviously, so that doesn't matter. So obviously one of these two is not finding it. Right, so let's just combine this a bit. So operation equals stage operation ID is not 0, can be, whoops, operations or nil. Which debugger features do I use? Not very many. I mostly use printouts. If I'm honest, I don't really like debuggers. Because I do a lot of testing, I don't find I need a debugger that often, which is cool. So let's see. I do occasionally build debug tools that I need. So that means that can just be operation. No, it does make a difference. There's no point doing this. Okay, so the stage is now 0. This is a little trick I sometimes use. By putting some code in here, I'm doing rake sol gdb. Hang on, which line was that? 348 in game loader. Rake sol gdb sol rake game loader.cpp line 348 run. So basically, I just put an if statement in there, which will, and then put a breakpoint on the if statement to make sure that it actually is breaking as I expect. No. Rake game loader. Run. Okay. No, that one. Load Joe Stedman. Oh, it failed. Stage is 0, of course. Yes, right. Yes. Okay. So the problem is ls chosen live stage. ls p ls. Right. So it's not managed to find a live stage. So L up a bit. P dots. Let's have a look at the stage. Right, so we don't have an operation ID, but we do have a live stage hash. Unfortunately, because I've stored it as a hash, I don't know what it's supposed to be. So 249995527 is the live stage hash, lovely, but I don't know which thing that is. So there is no operation, so it's a standard live stage that we can't find in the live stage library. I am using breakpoints, but sometimes it's not so helpful. Anyway, that's my live stage hash. Yeah, test cases are awesome. It does force you to think about your design. I spent a long time in building web apps in between working on AAA games and working on this, so I learned a lot about testing, and it's really valuable. Okay, so we know now that it is it's some sort of non-operation live stage, so it came through here, which means it's something that should have been in the live stage library. This is the live stage library. Ooh, look at that. Right then. Prison doesn't appear to be in the live stage library. So if we try and do find live stage, it's not going to find it. So because prison is a special case, you can't choose to be in prison. So actually, I know that's weird, but we do need that as well. Prison is kind of a special case inside live stage library. Cool, so I think that's going to stop the crash. Let's just kill those ones. I'm actually going to leave this one in. Because it was nasty to find, and if I write an error message here with my traditional, actually I think I've got a fatal. Is that something that's in this file? Yes. Cannot load. Then I can find out what that's going to be later. Yes, so that should now do the trick. Don't think that should take too long to build. Just trying to get the camera centered. It's better. Right. Load existing game, Joe Steadman. Oh, now this should load that person, which I think it did. So now, save and quit. Yay, load existing game, Joe Steadman. Yay. Save and quit. Load existing game, Joe Steadman. Yay, it's working. Okay, there's still some crazy stuff going on here. I need to delete those things, but that is fixed. Brilliant. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. And that's the important one. Okay, and then we've got, what was that? Oh, fine. And also, I'll do that in a separate commit. Okay, so we wanted to say fix missing prison stage on load, and then I should write message was causing load and save. I always write big commit messages when things are complicated. Really helps me understand what's going on later. Then this is causing the load to fail with some null references for those who were in prison, which could not then be saved again. That'll do. Cool, that's a nasty crash, so I might just push that up. I can get rid of that, reset hard, and then the planning stuff I wanted to remove. In AI CPP, there's some couts in there which are unhelpful. That one I can live with. That one I don't need. Okay. Okay, that's worth pushing up. Now, what was the build error? We had a build error. Let's see if I can get that up so you can see it. Console output, what was the problem? Timeout, oh, that's fine. I probably shut something. Apparently it stopped talking to my machine or something. I can deal with that. Okay, let's push that up. Cool. So that's happened. So I should point out the way that the build system works. For those of you who haven't seen it before, if you happen to have an account on SolTraderNet, let's see. There we go. Sign in. Then you can see there that basically the new build from today has already been downloaded, and you can download it there, which is kind of cool. So if you wanted to spend £5 and buy it, you're welcome to. No obligation though, of course. Okay, so let's see. What's next? Okay. Right, so looking at my list of things, this is my list here. Oh yes, that's done. Hooray, that's also done. Crash after save. I think I fixed that with the ship stuff I did. That's just a journalist thing. I've got various marketing things I need to do, which I need to do that. I'm more interested in the tech stuff at the moment. Ah yes, top status life stage. So let's just figure that out. Top status life stage is equal to or more prestigious than the previous top status life stage. Well, let's write a test for this. Need to save that. We are already saving life stages, so we should also have a top status life stage. This will be actually the profession. Do we actually record top status? No, we can't get it out. Right, what we can do is say check comp new human top profession. We can look at it based on the profession. Is none. We can check that that doesn't match. Well, we can also do this. Yeah, this is tricky. How am I going to fix this? Right, so here we've given the guy a job, and that will likely be his top profession. But if we just save and load it, then that will just set the stage again and it will become his top profession. It's more that if he gets a profession and then gets something rubbish. So to do this properly, I need to do... So basically, if you become the president and then you become a homeless guy, your top profession is kind of what goes on your epitaph. It's like what you're known for. So what we need to do actually is we need to give this guy him a job, and then we need to give him a rubbish one, basically. We're going to need to delete this at the end, and we're going to need to find from the history. Now, we do this in Game Loader, so let's find the code in which we do it. We're just looking at it. Operation type, find live stage. No, live stage library. Find live stage, and we basically just want to choose something that's probably considered to be not so good, like, I don't know, lived in commune, hippie. There we go. Hash is the hash of the name, isn't it? Yeah. So sol hash hippie. So let's find that live stage. And then what else do we need for a chosen live stage? Expiration year, 80 years of hippiedom. And then no operation. Okay, actually I can just do this with a one of those, and then I can say human stage bad job. Right, now check, this is just a standard check that I need anyway, top profession. So let's just save choices begin. Life chosen, life stage good job equals choices begin. And then here I just want to dereference good job once. And then what I can do is I can say string top profession name is good job name. Okay, so just store that. And then we should be able to say human top profession name is human top profession. That's true anyway, but then we do save, test, save and load, and then we need the new human, and we need to say check equal, so I'll take the other one, new profession name, still top profession name, new human top profession. Okay, that needs to be one of those, and that needs to be an equal. Okay. Okay. Oh. Right, error never named name. Oh, that's because it's got to be a live stage name. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I think it's probably building as well. Loads going on my machine, hence the load numbers at the bottom. Okay. Identify state. Yes, I probably did need test state. Okay, let's see what's happened here. Right, so in this instance, we don't have any choices. So how is this one? Oh, it's because we probably haven't done this stuff. Yeah, we need to actually step at least once. Might be something else we haven't done either. No, that looks like everything else. Let's see. Right. Let's see what happens with that test. Right, expected pirate but was an infant. Expected pirate but was hippie. So the top profession name here is pirate. Is what that chose. Huh, interesting. The pirate job, pirate. Where's pirate? Pirate is part of an operation. Operation type, sorry. Is actually not as good. It's a poor status. So it's actually, that's the one that isn't as good as okay, I'm going to have to choose one directly. Yeah, the problem is that the profession is left listed as an infant because piracy is considered looked down on, so it's not the top profession. So actually I don't need that, and we don't need any of that. We just need to make one. Let's just choose something. Let's make them the president of the Galactic Senate or something. 250. Oop, not quite that far. Human stage, good job. Actually, president isn't a good one because it requires a job. Let's find something that's considered quite good. Freelance trading, that's considered quite good. Okay, so that's the good job. And we have our top profession name. Yes, that's a bit better. A little bit of a better job. Right. Just a few little other things. Piracy is wrong, yeah, so it's not something you'll get on your epitaph, that's for sure. What was happening, the reason I have a top profession is that it would often list people as retired when they died of old age, and that didn't seem right. It felt like you should probably say they were a tenured professor or an eminent scientist or something, you know, that kind of thing. So that's why it stores it. And piracy is not something you really talk about. Online identity thief is another one that they really don't like talking about. Try and keep that under wraps. Okay, so here we go. So expected freelance trader but was hippie. So this is working. This shows me that the top professional stuff works, as in the code in human CPP. This works, but we're not saving it. So that's what I wanted to do. So now we just need to go to human.proto. There it is. There's the chosen life stage stuff, optional. Optional, this will be, it's interesting, why are we choosing, I've done this today and I still can't remember it. We've got a life stage. Proto, so there's the life stage hash, so why are we, oh, is that, which one are we using? The one in the live stage. Oh, I'll rename that one and see what happens. That's probably me doing a top live stage hash and never using it. I have to look back through the live streams to find out. Right, so let's just build that quickly. That will cause compiler failures if I am actually using that live stage hash. Really good thing to do if you are wondering whether a variable is used in a compiled language, just rename it and you'll find all the places in which it's used throughout your entire system. It's one of the reasons I like compiled languages sometimes, because you can find all of that stuff. It's basically running a whole bunch of static analysis, you know, by definition really, on your code before it actually goes anywhere, which is kind of cool. Gives you a level of safety you just don't get otherwise. Any other questions? Hello, if you've just recently joined. Do say where you're from and how you found out about the stream. That would be awesome. Sounds like the Windows build. I know the Mac build's finished. That's awesome. That'll speed my machine up. And it's working, which means that you can now have that crash fix if you're playing along yourselves, if you just go and download the latest version. Right, now I'm not actually using this thing yet, which is why we're still getting a test failure, but that's very easy to fix. And save human. We just need to do save set top life stage hash to stage top life stage hash if it's there. I might just pop that on human. Just wondering whether it's worth doing that. All we need is the, oh no, okay. Right, let's just do do that, top life stage, and then we just need to, interesting, is this actually used? Yeah. Top status life stage, is there one? And if there is, we return top. Return it, or we just return it. It's easy enough. If human top life stage, set it to top life stage hash. Easy enough. Lucid type languages, yeah, interesting point. I'm actually a big fan of Lucid type languages because they're super fast to program in. Statically typed languages I like for different reasons. They're very different types of things. I like statically typed functional languages a lot. It's like Haskell, that kind of thing I really like. I also like dynamically typed languages like Lisp and JavaScript that are functional as well. Basically, I like languages that are functional. And I use C++ in quite a functional way. I use const everywhere and try and do read-only structures and all of that stuff. Try and keep my state mutations down. Just helps with debugging. So I've done that. Now in the loader, where are we? Load human. Let's do it. Where's the life stage stuff? It's here. It's in the history actually, just after we actually load the human. I might as well do it here. Human, if loaded, has top life stage hash, then we do save, no, human top life stage. Let's see, where do we actually set it at the moment? Top status life stage. Okay, there's no way to set it at the moment, and that's probably wrong. I don't mind making my objects dumb objects, I really don't. That is totally fine by me. Let's build that in a different window. It's going to take a while to build while I'm just finishing off the last few bits of code here. Human top life stage, loaded. Where do I get it from? Oh, it depends. It all depends. Oh, no, it doesn't depend. Oh, yes, it does depend. Ugh. Yeah. It does depend. It depends on whether it's from one of these or whether it's from one of these. So in order to save it, yeah, I see what you're saying about strongly typing pickled. I think they do have no way of typing strongly, and I think you have to pick. You almost have to pick your poison. You know, you have to choose whether or not you want the dynamism and all the problems that go with that, or whether you want to statically type and have all of the disadvantages of inflexibility that goes with that. You know, you have to kind of choose which one you want. So I'm wondering whether or not we just want to save the profession. No, we need to save the life stage because we need to know whether or not it's more or less prestigious. Which means we're going to have to change the way this works. We're going to save a chosen life stage other than a life stage, which is probably the right thing to do anyway. We're going to have to set top stage. Oh no, but then if you do that, there's a whole different way of doing it. Chosen life stage, const stage. It's not const. Yeah, then you're going to have to okay, so the current way we do stage is we clear the current stage. What does that actually do? Right, so it does all of the deleting and stuff. Then we create a new one from the one that we've been given. So, oh, this is becoming such a pain. This is a bit convoluted. Yeah. Maybe we should just go really simple. Instead of saving the top chosen life stage, we should save top profession and we should save top life stage status. If we save those two, can't do that, but we can do set top stage, and we set that to a profession and a status. And we go top profession equals profession, and then top life stage status equals status. Do that, and then here we can just simply say top profession doesn't need to be done. Profession actually could be null or nil. That's quite nice. Top status live change can just be average. I think we start at, or we could just say poor or terrible. Okay, so now we've set those. That's quite good because now we can change the way that this works. We can just simply say profession. That's fine, but for this one we can just return top profession Seastra. That's quite nice. And then only use the things we need. And here we can say if chosen life stage is equal or more prestigious than value status, we can just do status. Yeah, top status life stage. Then we can say set top life stage life stage name. This is working. Stage life stage implied status. Okay, so now what I'm doing, instead of storing a bunch of stuff, So that means we can get rid of that completely. We're just storing the things we need, which are the 2 unrolled variables, which is quite nice. Don't need that. And then to save, that becomes super easy, because all we need to do is, we don't even need to save this, we just need to save the profession. And we need to save the top status. So game human top life stage is loaded top profession loaded top status. Okay, let's try and compile all of that. Right, questions. You mentioned Haskell earlier. I'm trying to get into it a bit. Now I'm trying to make an entity component game engine with .NET. Nice, yeah, that's definitely what I would do if I was doing it again. I would definitely look at entity component type system, community immutable objects, data-oriented design, all of that. Awesome. I think that's definitely the way forward. To be honest, for me now, I'd probably look to move pretty much all of the game onto the GPU. I think that that's what I would be most interested in trying, just to see how far I can take that. Any other questions? I'm happy to answer them. One question I have is, why is this stream still up? I think it's amazing. It just seems to have been much more stable than the other one. I did drop the bitrate to 800 kilobits. I hope that you can see it okay. It does appear to be reasonably easy to read. Sorry that it's not 720p, but you know, my laptop also needs to do some compilation and stuff. So hopefully you'll forgive me for that. What I would really like is a Mac Pro. Maybe if I sell like billions of copies of this game, then I'll go for a Mac Pro. That would be very cool. But yeah, I'm not there yet. Nowhere near. I think I've probably just sold just under 100 copies of Alpha Access, which is not bad. Right. Okay. So yeah, that's easy enough. Just let's do that. It would be so fun to write a game that works entirely on the GPU. Basically, just load up all your data and say go, and then it will react to different things, and the whole thing's done in shaders. I just think that'd be awesome. Right, so number of names Stra. Try Cstra. So yeah, next project is definitely JavaScript, WebGL, GPU only. I think that is the way forward. Got a couple of ideas for cool games, but I want to get this one done first. Try to move all font layouting to GPU. Yeah, I think I would probably do mine in JavaScript and just let the browser engine figure that out. Wrap it with Node WebKit or something. Right, can't initialize that. That's because I need to cast that to a value. That is fine. All good. Wow, 15 viewers. That I think is a record. Victory dance. Seriously, the more viewers I get, the longer I do this for, because you wouldn't believe how much, basically, indie devs, I don't know if any of you are indie devs. If you're an indie dev, just shout out, because I know how you feel. Basically, feedback, it's everything. This is now bogus, we don't need any of this. I think have I set top profession? No, save top profession. It is basically a lifeline. Any kind of feedback, anyone that just realizes that your game exists, it's incredible just how much that lifts you and makes you want to continue working on the game. You would not believe what a difference that makes. So if you ever have an opportunity to say to an indie dev, not just me of course, well done, keep going, then I would thoroughly recommend you take it. you know, it's incredible. Or even any open source developer, anyone like that. We live off gratitude and appreciation. Otherwise, you're just basically coding and talking into the void, and it's a very weird feeling to do that. Okay, I'm also going to need something that just tells me what my current top status is. That should do it. Hopefully that'll pass the test now. Okay, I need some more water. I have my coffee from this morning. Those of you who are still watching from this morning, it's now thoroughly cold. But cold coffee is awesome. I've just spilled it everywhere. Nice. Okay. Oh. Right, top status, live stage. Oh, what's wrong with that? Top status. Top status, live stage. Top live stage status. Is that what I'm using everywhere else? Yes. Top live stage status. There we go. Just change my mind. Some of you probably noticed that and was thinking, I wonder when he'll notice that. Well, I've noticed it. Okay, again, top live stage status. I have a little unit test for this. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, that makes no sense. Okay. Any other questions? Happy to answer stuff about the game. Yeah, so you're right about everything GPU. You can't easily respond. You have to do everything in order. And if you can't do things in order, yeah, that would work. If you're trying to render the fonts, yeah, you won't be able to do that unless you did it sequentially, which would probably be a waste of time. You know, I'm really more thinking about simulating thousands of agents in a world. That would be where I would do what I would do on the GPU. But there's no point doing absolutely everything on the GPU because stuff that doesn't easily parallelize, it's not worth doing. You know, for example, like the font stuff, it doesn't seem any point doing that as such. There's probably a way of doing it using a paradigm like that, but I'm not sure I would. I'm sure there is a way of doing it. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like it's worth it. You know, I think there's some things that GPUs are well suited to, and something that CPUs are well suited to. And I think in that case, tracking your font layouting is probably something I do on the CPU. But yeah, I mean, well, to be honest, I'd give that to JavaScript and HTML to do. This is an excellent time to ask questions. Thinking about just tweeting again. Oh crap. Did that spam everyone again? Goodness sake. Stupid YouTube. Probably lost a bunch of followers for that. Thanks, YouTube, for nothing. Now I need to figure out how to delete that integration before the build finishes. It's a race. It's the ones I normally put on. Okay, go. Yeah, thanks. That's unhelpful. Right. That's cool. So they're treating that. Okay, right. What's next? YouTube. Right, YouTube. Tell me what's going on. Settings. View additional features. So you can still see the build messages at the bottom. Right. Where the heck is the Twitter integration? Is that one of the live stream posters? Yes, it is. Dashboard. No. Channel. Status and features advanced, maybe. If anyone knows where the Twitter integration is, so I can turn it off, that would be amazing. There's a lot of lag. Am I a hacker? It depends what you mean. The trading in the economy is definitely working. Oh God, I just need to find this thing. Maybe it's community. It's not in there, is it? Community, no, that's just stuff. Community settings, automated filters, banned users, no. No. It's not smooth. That's probably because it's building at the same time, Halrotter, sorry. My poor laptop is building at least 2 copies of the game at the moment, so you'll have to bear with the lag. Right, where the heck is the Twitter integration? Let's see if I can find it. Okay, where is it? Yeah, no, that's not what I'm expecting. Won't be in there. It's almost finished building too. Ah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do this. How hard is it to find Twitter integration? Maybe it's in here. No, I'm in that. Okay, the test passed. Connected accounts. There we are. I thought I disabled that. Okay, now it's definitely gone. So, hooray! This is great. Victory dance. That is awesome. You're right, actually, though. Hellrotter is definitely laggier than before. I don't know why that is. Let me see if I can find out. My computer is going crazy with fans. It's probably just... See if I can find out why. It's particularly slow at the moment. Yeah, my computer's overheating slightly. I think that's all it is. Sorry about that. There's not much I can do about that. Okay, hopefully the audio is coming through okay and isn't too choppy. It'd be good to know whether that's true or not. Right, anyway, so this is working. So this top profession stuff I've just done. Take this in. Yep, 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 that's right. Yes, unrolled that. Made that simpler, that's a lot simpler. Okay, so now let's just make sure, let's just have a quick run through when we load a new world. Let's just make sure that your profession is still none. Yeah, it starts at none, goes up to infant. Just view history, it's probably easier. Have a look at some of these people. Naval officer, top profession, PhD student. Let's see, crime boss, top profession. Are there any nuns still? No, that's okay. President, he's the president, only 37, that's pretty young. He's done pretty well, Samuel Winfield. Single guy, friends with Julia. PhD, that's his only friend, that's rather sad. Ooh, Julia's having an affair with Miguel Compton. Interesting. Who's married to Christina. He's been divorced at least three, he's on his third marriage and he's having an affair. Wow. And he's got, this guy has got serious relational problems. He's married to Christina Compton. He's having an affair with Julia Stolbold. He's divorced already twice. This is his third marriage. He's got 3 children, but that he's happy with. He's got 5 children, 2 of which he's fallen out with, and 3 no friends because he's fallen out with all of them. Wow. It'd be interesting to meet him in the game. Hear what sort of missions he would give us. That's hilarious. Cool. Anyway, yes, so that did what I was expecting it to. Oh, I should probably just run the game and just do a quick load and save. Let's just try that. Yeah, it's really laggy, isn't it? I don't know why. It's actually getting worse. It wasn't this bad earlier. I may just try and restart the game just to see what happens. Okay. Right, start the game. Okay. Save and quit. Load existing game. Load. Yeah, it worked. Head over here. Save and quit. Load existing game. The only thing it didn't save was the particles, and I can live with that. So there should be a bunch of people. Any ships at all so far? None. Do we have any? We don't have any commodity holders. I don't think the traders will have much to go on, unfortunately, here. So they won't. They probably won't leave. They're probably all sitting at home. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're all here. Not doing very much. I wonder if Miguel's in Earth. I can't remember where he was. A bunch of people. They're all related. It's because there's only 20 people starting. He's trading ship equipment. I could buy some stuff from him. Anyway. Cool. That appears to be working. Excellent. Fantastic. So, wow, my computer's heating up. This was all saving top profession. Cool. So that's cool. So that is done. I'm not going to build another one now, so that's done. Right, so I was thinking about playing with some graphic stuff for the rest of the day. I need to have a think about what I want to do next. So basically that was a huge job, the whole saving and playing with FX sounds and stuff like that is a massive job. So, and I think it's finally done, so that's done. So I don't know what to do next. I was going to screw around with the colours on the UI actually. Because I wasn't sure about them. Radar.
Come on, I need to get the voice from tennis. I need to get the voice from tennis.
Sorry about that. Telling me that she's heading out, which is fair enough. Right, okay, so do you remember how this works now? 0.1.p3, 0.1. I'm thinking blue. I'm thinking blue. Let's go with this. Actually, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to load a game. Quickest way in the game into the game now. Ooh, look at that. It's blue. It's quite pretty. But unfortunately you can't see it, so that's no good. So I need to put these numbers up to probably 0.3, 0.3, 0.2. Try again, load. Oh no, that just looks rubbish. It probably goes to 0.5, doesn't it? Just fiddling around with the shader to... Ooh, now that's prettier, but I want it to be kind of... Yeah, not that colour. The colour I'm going for if I can find it. I need a colours thing. I need a colour picker. That's the one. Colour that I'm going for is probably more like that colour. A2BFFF. Yeah, maybe more a bit. That one. 26BDFF. So what's that in RGB? 38. That's 0.149. And then 189 divided by 255, 0.741, 741? No, hang on, 189 divided by 255, 741. Yeah, and then dot P. Okay, let's try that. Why are you seeing an ad for X-Men? I have no idea. That's nothing to do with me. I don't do the adverts. That's just what they give me. Okay, so there is obviously something that's not quite right here. So we're going from green on the ship radar. It's greater than 1. Why does it start green? I can't even remember how this stuff works. Ship radar. Contact. Okay, that's the vertex shader. Radar. Contact fragment shader. Dot P was -1, then we don't show it, otherwise we show it, and the color comes from, yeah, ship radar verts. Where does the color come from? Vector point is UV -2, and then we just figure out whether or not we're in a circle. But it's not, it's weird and green. Oh. Yes, that would be why. Okay, so what we actually need to do, that should be 1.0, and this all needs to be times dot P. Or just times equals dot P. That would do it. Otherwise it's all just a little bit green. This game is just completely role-playing. No, not quite. There we go. That's more the sort of look I'm looking for. No, this game is not completely just role-playing. There is an arcade mode, which I am now showing off, which I think is quite pretty. It's really just, but this is the minimal part of the game, flying a ship around. It is going to be, it's kind of a role-playing game, a generated role-playing game. Think Angband, but with more interesting quests and more interesting people. That's kind of what I'm going for. Right, this colour is coming from wherever ship radar contact is coming from, and that's just coming straight in from the ship radar. Contact shader, contacts colour. That's not setting the contacts colour to the one I'm thinking it is. Oh, that's just if that's the target. The colour comes in, draw contact, draw contact. Where's the colour? U colour, oh, colour is 0. Point. Where is that being used? Not there. Point. There. Aha, there we are. System features, target class ships, and debris. Okay, so those are the big ones. I actually think they're a bit too big, they look a bit weird, so let's put them to 12, and let's make them that kind of nice colour, which was 26BDFF. Okay, let's build that. Seems like you need to know coding to play the game. No, you don't. I'm aware that I'm dropping frames. I'm not quite sure why that is. Sorry about that. I think it's just my computer's seriously overheating and it's just not able to handle the encoding.